Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. What's going on in Hollywood, y'all? Well, I can tell you one thing. A lot of changes have been made that's affecting the film industry to the point that people are just shaking their heads and going, wow. So we're going to talk about that. But before I go into it, can you guys just do me a small favor, which is watch, like, and subscribe to my channel, because that helps me to help you. And in the end, we both benefit. So remember when, growing up, you had people that said they wanted to be actors, they wanted to go to Hollywood, they want to be these big movie stars, they want to make all these hit movies that make a lot of money, be seen in the parties, taking pictures, be on the cover of magazines. That was everybody's dream. And I'm not going to lie. That was my dream too. I had dreams of being an actor. Well, now the world has changed, which has caused the industry to change. And one of those changes that is going on, well, I wouldn't say that's going on, that has happened, is that the A-list stars that we love are not A-list. There's no such thing as A-list actors anymore. Now, when you guys hear me say that, y'all probably going, well, if it ain't no such thing as A-list actors, how's the movies getting made? Who are they going to see in the movies? And I'll tell you who are the real A-list actors now is the characters that they're playing. Those are the A-list actors. Those are the ones that people want to see. For example, you take Keanu Reeves, for instance. I love Keanu Reeves as an actor. But the movies that he's done, like as far as The Matrix and John Wick, with fans, when we went to go see those movies, who do we want to go see? Some people went to go people said Keanu Reeves, like I said, because he's a good actor. But people went to see Neo out The Matrix. People went to see John Wick, the character, not so much as Keanu Reeves, because that's who they fell in love with. That's who they love to see. That's what they wanted to see. Same thing with Daniel Craig when he played James Bond. People didn't go to the movies to see Daniel Craig. They went to go see Bond. So what that means is that now that since these characters are the A-list actors that people want to see, that a lot of actors now are going to be, well, I wouldn't say are going to be, but they are attaching themselves to a franchise. Now, what are the benefits of attaching yourself to a franchise? Well, number one, it keeps you relevant. It makes you a lot of money. But there's also a curse to it. And the curse is that when you try to do other things outside of that character, it may work or it may not work. When you look at Robert Downey Jr., when he's not playing any Marvel characters, when he does films outside of Marvel characters that he's played, those films are like, they don't do so well. The Rock, he's always been the action guy. But this recent film that he did, The Smashing Machine, which got a lot of praises, a lot of people talk about how good it was, how good of a job that he did. But what happened? It didn't do so well at the box office. So on and so forth. So we're starting to see a lot of these actors now that was the A-list. They're not the A-list anymore. So they're trying to attach themselves to a hit franchise because they know that that's what people want to see. They don't want to see me. They want to see that character. Same thing with the Power series. You know, not to take anything away from Amari Harvick. He's a good actor. But people want to see Ghost. That's what they want to see. But then also, too, I'm going to say how the strike, when they had the big Hollywood strike, the big writer strike, not just so much as the writer strike, but when they had the big strike in general, period, how that affected and made changes in the industry. Because number one, the writers is what makes Hollywood work. Let me say that again. The writers is what make Hollywood work. So the real stars, the real A-list now, is not so much as the actors, it's the writers and those characters that they're creating. Those are the A-lists. Because when you look at it nowadays, let's just say if you have a studio, and if I'm the person, or let me just say that back. Let's just say, okay, you have take the Duffer Brothers, for instance, the guys who created Stranger Things. When they created and got Stranger Things to Netflix, and that took off to what it is today, they were the A-list. Not the actors that played them. The actors in the story are the A-list, but the real A-list, the real celebrities are the Duffer Brothers. Because now you have so many people, actors that want to work with them, studios that was throwing them all type of crazy money. So the strike worked. And that favor as far as the writers. Same thing with the actors. The actors was playing these characters and these franchises that was making billions of dollars. And the actors know, like, hey, you know, when I do something outside this character, I may not make the money as I'm making playing these franchise characters. So that's why when they signed the contract to say, hey, far as like likeness and image and all that stuff, using AI, okay, well, pay me for it. So that's the route that Hollywood is going now. And I'm curious to see where this is going to go heading into the future. So stay tuned.